Banking, we had a financial crisis. It was a long-term capital management crisis, and I was 28 years old. I was newly married, bought my first house with my wife, and then this summer currency wars and hedge funds going bust, and I'm working for this little bank, and at the same time I had an intestinal bug that was caused me to be laid up at home for a week or two, and so I was just sitting there watching CNBC every day, and it was scary, and there were a few things that came out of that. One, it was the first time I'd experienced any kind of a financial crisis, stock market swings, wild up and down swings, confusion. But that was at a macro level. At a micro level, it was also readily apparent that for the most part, the people at the bank I worked at really didn't know much, have much more information or much more awareness than the common everyday person on the street as to what was actually happening. And as a young banker, new to my career and still in my 20s, that was enlightening and concerning at the same time too, because I thought these people who had worked in banking for 20 or 30 years would have some answers for me, and the reality was a lot of times they didn't really know much of what was happening, much about what was happening, or really what we should do. What it did was it just kind of gripped everybody and paralyzed everybody like a deer in headlights. And that's what happens in a financial crisis. Inside of a bank, inside of a financial institution, inside of a private equity firm, inside of a finance company, people just kind of freeze. And they're scared, just like everybody else. Everybody's just scared. And that's what's happening now. That's exactly what's happening right now.